Hi, I'm Dani Gasparini, and welcome to this segment of One on One. Today, I am joined by Eron Block, who is the co-creator and producer and host, and I think set and production and janitor, and also scriptwriter for a show here on Peninsula TV called Kid Bytes, and it is a fabulous show. So, for the few people in San Mateo County who have not seen the program, Kid Bytes, tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, it's actually a improv game show. We have Kid Bite dancers who start off the show, like the Fly Dancers did from In Living Color. And then we have actors, 8 actors who are kind of competing against themselves and with themselves in different improv activities. And we have a bite panel made up of professional improv artists around the Bay Area. Our very own Mr. Bradley Freeman from his wonderful Quiz Kids that you guys do. He sits on the panel. And they basically work on improv and try to learn and improve their skills to stay on the show.
That was, wasn't it... Brady, what's the actor's first name?
Wayne Brady.
Wayne Brady. He did an improv show that sort of sounds a little bit like that, where they would be given a topic, and then he and the other actor and comedian they would have to act it out.
Yeah, it's loosely taken off of Whose Line Is It Anyways, which became famous through Drew Carey and his show, and is actually coming back this summer on the CW. They're bringing it back. So
it's a kid version. And what's the age range of kids to be able to be involved in Kid Bytes?
Yeah, you get to be on the show. You have to be 12 to 18 years old. We accept actors in those age.
And then do you do some kind of screening program for the kids to be on the show?
Totally.
Or you just line them all up and keep...
You, and you. Come on, we're on the show. Yeah, no, good question. We have an audition process for both dancing and acting. So you have to go through that. And, you know, improv is a hard thing to do if you haven't done it for auditioning. It's not like a normal audition. And then the dancers get through rigorous auditioning. And then from there, we choose our 8 and our 3 dancers. And then from there, we go off to the rehearsal period and then get into shooting the show.
And then... for each show, for each Kid Bite show, do you change the dancers as well as the improv folks that are involved in the competition?
No, actually our dancers stay throughout because they work on anywhere from 12 to 13 numbers. They open the show and close the show. So they have to really, you know, their routines have to stay and they have to work hard. But the actors, the 8, switch off each show, and then hopefully at the end we crown 2 in what we call our spotlight, 2 of our most improved in the improv arena, and that's our bite panelists who come up with that. Right.
So a 50-year-old, I would not be eligible to try out for one of the Fly Girls.
No, you're just a touch old. I'm sure I've heard you're a great dancer, and I'm sure your dancing abilities would keep
in my own mind.
Yes.
But I'm very sad.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Maybe you could do an adult Bytes show.
Well, you know, it's funny you say that because one of the offshoots we're working on is what we call family Bytes, where families compete to be able to see if your family actually can stay together and they're good at improv or not. And there, yes, definitely, we could have different ages for our fly dancers. And
well, I want to enroll my family then.
Would you like to enroll your family?
Yeah.
You think they do well?
I think they would either bring the show down or make it a smash hit.
Wow, that's a huge pendulum swing there, but okay. And you could also be a fly dancer as well because that will up the age for there.
Oh, terrific. I'm so excited about that. But what gave you the inspiration to want to do Kid Bytes, and then how did you find Penn TV?
That's a good question. I've been doing workshops and theater stuff for many, many years and seeing kids in classes and workshops, and I just love the improv stuff that we do, and I kept saying to myself, wouldn't it be great if somebody else could see these kids doing some really talented and amazing fun stuff?
Right.
And I work with the San Carlos Children's Theater, and we use Penn TV Studio like with you guys, and where we've been doing our classes forever.
Right.
And Bob Marks used to be here when he was part of the station and running it, and I came to him probably 10 years ago with this kind of just like weird idea of like, hey, and he was like, you know, that's interesting, why don't you flush that out and get back to me? And so it took a little while to do so, but I finally did and came back to them years later saying, here's my idea. And from there, they really got behind it and supported it and been amazing. Penn TV's been amazing to support what we do and such great community outreach, and we've loved working here with everyone at Penn TV.
You know, and just to step back, and we'll give Peninsula TV a little bit of a promotional plug here.
Yeah.
I think a lot of folks, I'm hoping in this community or our viewers, don't understand sort of the real value that we have in our community in still having a local community cable television, not only station, but access and something that we can watch for community programming. So rather than me sort of give the Peninsula TV commercial, can you talk a little bit about what it's been like working with Peninsula TV? You had an idea, you wanted to bring it to a cable company who could film it and show what these kids are capable of and show what your talents are. Tell us a little bit about that relationship.
Yeah, like I said, it's been amazing. I mean, the current gentleman who runs the program, Mark Naismith's been amazing. He supported us all along the way. And it's just been great people who've said, hey, you know, here's what you do, and helped us kind of guide me. And then we did a pilot episode to get our feet wet to see if this even worked, and from that I was able to craft more. So it was just a really supportive atmosphere, great people working behind the scenes.
Right. So Peninsula TV brings the cameras.
Yeah.
They do the editing for you.
Yeah.
They are the ones that are airing it on cable TV, choosing times. I think the one thing that's so great about media today and cable media today is the use of the internet.
Yeah.
So now all of the programming can be shown on Vimeo through Ustream, and
Right.
You can put the segments up on your website. You can,
totally.
you know, send them out. People can access them 24/7. Kids can use it as their resume.
Oh, totally. I've got family all over the East Coast, and because you guys stream now live, they watch it now in real time, and they love that, because before they had to wait for a week later to come out on YouTube. Now they're loving it. So yeah, it's amazing what you guys do, and it's a true service to the community and all the surrounding areas. And we would not be here doing Kid Bytes today if it wasn't for a station like Penn TV and what you offer.
And think about how there's something about offering kids and even adults the opportunity to be on live and taped television. There's just something about that that gives you the greatest confidence, that allows you to sort of find that creative side of you. I think it's a component of life that is just so different, and until you're here and experiencing it, you don't really know what that great value is.
I think you're right, and I think with kids today too, the way that media and television and, as you said, the internet is a big factor. For them to come in here, it's amazing. Our actors are always shocked at first because they're not used to the cameras and the lights, but then they warm into it and love it, and then seeing themselves on television is, you know, a totally different thing than seeing yourself in real life. So you're right, there's a lot of great things I think they get out of it on both sides.
Right. Self-discovery.
Oh, it's huge.
I know when I started filming one-on-one early on, I said, that's not my voice. that was the hardest thing for me to really get over, was that's how I sound on television and on radio. And I tried to change my voice because I wanted to sound very different. But then I just realized that I've got to go with what I've got. And
we are who we are. The first season, I'll be honest with you, I didn't watch myself.
Right.
And now I'm okay watching myself. But it was hard, you're right. The voice, just seeing yourself there going, oh, you look this way, you look that way. But it really helped me accept myself in a way that I was like, wow, this is who I am, and it's great.
Right. And my nose really is that big.
Or I'm losing my hair that much. Yeah, I agree. I'm with you. We're right there.
And viewers, I just want you to know the 10-pound thing is really 20 pounds. So what you see here it's not real. No, I'm just teasing. But it's a wonderful, I think Peninsula TV is a wonderful community asset, and I think that it's great that you, as a community creator, you do San Carlos Children's Theater, had an idea and had a place to take it and to go. The benefit is kids are finding themselves and expressing themselves in a really positive way, learning about themselves. We as adults get to watch some really funny programming. I mean, it's great programming. And Peninsula TV gets to be there capturing it and providing some great talent. You know, I'll say Dan is behind the camera today, and Rocky and Garrett are behind the scenes, and they are so professional. And as you mentioned, Mark, he's never gonna let that down. Mark, I hope that through this programming, people will understand that Peninsula TV is a true asset. And if there's ideas out there, and whether you're a corporation thinking about doing a corporate video or an HR video, or you're a city thinking about doing a video on your downtown, use Peninsula TV, because you're a testimonial to
Totally. And even if you like wine, or you're into dogs and you want to create a show on those, I mean, even an individual, like you said, like me, who just came with an idea, it's so true.
Wine-sipping dogs.
That's a great show.
That's a great show.
Wow.
Actually, if there's anybody out there that wants to do a cooking show, we would love to do a cooking show.
Wine-sipping dogs.
You know, eating about town, or dining around town.
Eating with your mutt.
Yeah, eating with dog-friendly diners. Thank you, Eron, for telling us a little bit about Kid Bytes and Peninsula TV. And we'll see all of you next time on One-on-One.